Hello.
Hi.
How goes?
It's Thursday, my dude.
It's Thursday for us. It's been a week.
Yeah.
I think it's been 2 days.
Yeah, it's been 2 days for us.
It's actually been 2 days. But I tried something different. I will let's try this. I'm interested because I told them I made this before. It's not anything special for so far.
To the house.
To the house.
Oh, I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say
this one was called?
So I'm calling it a rusty plane.
Okay.
So I'm calling it a rusty plane because there's a paper plane, which is whiskey. Oh yeah, let's roll with.
I got it. Go ahead and continue. That's a 2.
Okay, well, too bad. It's it's whiskey, lemon juice, Amaro Nino, and Aperol.
Okay.
So what I did, and then there's also the Rusty Nail, which is Scotch and Drambuie. So what I did for this is I did whiskey, lemon juice, but then I swapped out the Aperol and a little bit of the Amaro for Benedictine and Drambuie, or Drambuie and Benedictine. More importantly, because of the Rusty Nail thing.
All of this sounds like a foreign language to
I know.
me.
You'll get it. But it's so basically I just did a half ounce of the Amaro Nino, a half ounce of the Drambuie, and a half ounce of the Benedictine, with 3/4 of an ounce of whiskey and lemon juice.
Okay.
So I was like, it's a little different, so that's why I called it, or instead of Rusty Nail on a paper plane, Rusty Plane.
I've got a question.
Yes.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? That's what I've been thinking this entire time you were saying paper planes. That and the Paper Plane song by MIA.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's essentially, I think it's actually named after that.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
It's so the Paper Plane is a modern classic, as they call it. It was created in 2009, I think, in New York. I don't remember the guy's name.
Okay.
But I know it was somewhere in New York, and it was by this guy it was around the time that that song came out. And he was listening, I think he happened to be listening to it when he made the song, and he's like, or made this drink, and he was like, I'm just going to call it this. And that's it. So it's...
Could you imagine if it was if it was a different song? Like he was listening to WAP.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
I have one.
I do too. I've already thought of ingredients.
I've thought of ingredients too.
All right, you text me, I text you at the same time. We're gonna figure out.
All right. Before you hit send, we gotta do a countdown.
Yeah.
I gotta find the picture. We're still talking. We're still entertaining.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Anyways, how was your guys' week? Hopefully your weekend.
Yeah. What did you do? Did you play D&D? I did. Well, I will tomorrow. No.
I'm hoping that it's not.
I'm already buying it.
What?
I'm already buying the ingredient.
Oh God.
Okay, ready?
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
I put ingredients.
I put ingredient.
That's funny. Is it just pussy?
It's an actual drink. It's grapefruit. I think it's disgusting.
So yeah, it's interesting.
Pussy doesn't taste good.
I'm not gonna lie. I guess I have to disagree with you and say I'm sorry.
No, the pussy that I sent you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's grapefruit. It's
yeah.
gross.
Yeah, no, we couldn't do that. I wouldn't use that. But
it might actually be good in a drink. But yeah,
I mean, if you include if I put a splash, it's carbonated, right? No,
barely.
Because I was gonna say if it's carbonated, I can make a way of just throwing it in there as a
thing. It's not excessively carbonated. But it's disgusting. My brother and I bought it a few years ago, back when we lived in St. Clair Shores.
Yeah.
We bought like the only amount we could buy was 48.
Let's cheers the old fashions. These are just bump and grind whiskey from Motor City.
Nice.
Anyways,
but yeah, we bought like 48 of them because there was that meme going around where it was like pussy, and we were like, oh, we have to.
Yeah.
So we bought them, and we were real excited, and then like we cracked them open and took a drink of it, and we're like, this is disgusting.
That blows. I've never tried that. Like, okay, drinks that did live up to the hype, kick ass. Did you ever try it?
I don't think so.
So I remember when I would be like fucking 7 years old or some shit. Like before I moved out to Sterling Heights, I was living in Warren, and we used to ride our bikes up to the gas station and all that shit like you do. And being fucking 7 years old, they had a drink called Kick Ass, and I was like, oh, it says ass. I'm gonna buy it. Dude. So of course I bought it, and it actually was pretty good from what I remember. Obviously it's no longer available, but like I used to think it was pretty good. So there was that, and then there was Bawls.
Bawls is still around.
It is still around. Yeah. It's still
pretty good. Like every time I go to Micro Center,
yeah, I get it.
I have to every time.
It's a staple almost.
It's like that, and Lowe's are the only places I've been that have it.
I really, like, I gotta wonder, like, I mean, the guy who created it has some balls.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I think when Bawls came out, wasn't that when, like, every type of drink had a weird name? Like, there was cocaine, there was speed.
You're not wrong.
You know?
You're not wrong. Yeah, that was a time.
Like, and cocaine was disgusting.
I'd never actually tried that one.
Like, it was spicy.
That's weird.
It was not good.
See, that's the thing, is spicy is only good if it's really done right.
Yeah.
Like, you have to, like, that's why it was hard for me to kind of figure out which pepper I wanted to try and use for the drink before.
Yeah, like that kind of spicy was good. Yeah. But like this one was just like, it was like you're drinking hot sauce.
It's funny because like even though we've already done that and have made that drink, like I'm still going back in my mind and double like I want to try a different pepper. I want to still keep fucking with all of them.
Well, that's what we're gonna do, man.
Yeah.
Like the more shit we do, the more we're gonna wind up coming back to shit.
Like this might be something I do put out. This thing.
That would actually go good with the other thing we were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll figure out which thing.
Chicken.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. No, I think I want to do the one I was saying with it because of the theme. But this can definitely go with something. It's, it's a variation of something that's original, that's not. It's a I feel okay saying that. Here's the thing too, what's funny is like I realize like no matter what, I'm probably just going to get shit on because like I'm not a bartender.
Yeah.
So like there's going to be like so many ways all of these drinks would have been better by someone who made them, obviously. But I'm just like, all right, well, hopefully they're all right.
We're also going to get shit on because we're not chefs, man.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like, but I guarantee, like, fucking...
I'm interested as fuck to see how much better the second episodes look compared to the first. When we, just based off of how filming one went again, like we did. Continue.
Well, I was going to say, this is a pipe dream. Yeah. But Gordon Ramsay likes to watch, like, people's cooking on YouTube. And then, like, talk shit about it. And, like, I'm hoping he does, just so we can be like, try it.
It's got to be...
Eat it.
Obviously, we got to wait for, like, a significant number of episodes.
Oh, yeah. Like, we're talking about it already, and, like, you guys aren't going to see this shit for months.
We're going to film a couple. We're filming a couple before we even release them. There'll be some... We'll look different in all of them.
Yeah.
At least for the begining ones.
Like, significantly different.
Until we get on a roll, it's going to be... Yeah. Yeah, it'll be... Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, we're going to look significantly different. But, it's, No, I don't know, man. It's fun.
I've
gotten so hardcore into fucking cocktails.
Dude, I'm, like... I was slightly making fun of you earlier when I was like, that sounds like a foreign language.
Yeah.
But I was also, like, kind of impressed. Because I was like, you know a lot of shit. But I'm also like... My brain was like, tune it out.
I'm really starting to get to the point where I'm actually, like you saw the book out there. Like, I'm reading... I'm starting to read books about cocktails and like how to do things, and I picked up a book called Liquid Intelligence by David Arnold. It's like every single cocktail channel that I have watched either has it in the background or at some point has said you should buy this book. It's pretty much like the Bible or one of the Bibles in drinking, like making drinks, because he goes over like how to use like centrifuges for cocktails and clarification, and he knows liquid nitrogen. He has an entire 2 pages that break down, or no, 5 pages that break down the alcohol, like, or the ethanol levels, the water levels, the everything of like ingredients and cocktails and different kinds of bitters and all that stuff. Because technically, I haven't really read the part enough yet. I kind of glanced at it last night. You can... He's like... I have it down to a formula that is in here that is like X parts ethanol level to this part, to this part, to this part. It's pretty much always going to work. As long as you kind of know what you're doing as far as flavors go, it's always going to work as a cocktail as long as you go by this method.
That's a fun thing with food though too, like gastronomy. Like it's a fucking science. Like you can put shit together and it'll work. Like
I'm excited to keep especially because I realized like those first ones are not gonna they kind of pair together, but they don't. We kind of just threw those together.
Yeah. But like,
it's fine.
That's also kind of like our vibe a little bit.
A little bit.
Like that's how we were at parties and everything. Like the fucking barbecue sauce we made, I still remember that. Where like
that was good.
I literally opened your cabinet and I was like, huh. Butterscotch. Like, I threw it in there and you looked at me and you're like, dude, why would you do that? And I was like, trust me, dude. Like, we ate it later and it was fucking bomb. Like,
I think I remembered thinking like maybe you thought it was peanut butter.
No, I knew it was butterscotch.
And I was like, peanut butter made 100% sense to me. The butterscotch, I was like, I guess I kind of can in the end, but
Yeah. But what's funny is like we tasted it and we were like, this is really good. And then you were like, you gotta add something spicy, and you just like threw something spicy in it, and I was like, why would you do that? And then I ate it and was like, holy shit.
Good. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited to get to making more recipes.
Yeah.
I think I fucking hate not having time.
I agree, man.
Dude, it is like, it sucks because, like, we talk about wanting to film all these fun things on the channel, but, like, when you pretty much work 6 days a week, it's, like, really hard to get drunk as fuck on
Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, but also even then, just all the other stuff, like, because it takes, I mean, based on the first time, I think we filmed in what, 4 hours, 5 hours total once we set up?
Yeah. I think we were actually quicker on the Lost episode, weirdly enough. But we also didn't do the other video.
Yeah, true.
But like, not even just counting like filming time. Like there was all the brainstorming we've done into it, which that I'm gonna count as free time because that's just you and I talking. But like gathering the ingredients,
I will say 100%.
Getting everything set
that
up,
first episode's dip definitely came out better.
Oh, yeah, the Lost episode?
Yeah.
Dude.
So much better, because I remember, like, just having watched over what we have done.
Yeah.
Me throwing cubes of shit in there, and I'm like, that's Oh God! Anyway, sorry, I interrupted. I was just like,
but like, my point was there's a lot of time that goes into doing all the other shit we want to do.
Yeah.
Like,
unfortunately,
and between your job, in my opinion, is a little bit more stable. Like, you go to one place, you know, and you have a consistent hours. Like mine, you know. Like, look at this week. I've worked in 3 cities. Yeah. You know, and it's Thursday. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to complain. I like it. I still get off roughly around the same time, but it's like, you know, one week I can be like, hey, I'm coming from Lansing. It's going to take me an hour and a half to get to your house to record this, you know.
Yeah. And that's, you know, it's going to be... it's going to be a tango. Well, I really think once we get the hang of it, it's going to work out. It's just, you know, trying to get it scheduled. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to be shocked that when, obviously, we've talked about it a little bit, these videos we're making, we're getting fucking hammered.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
So, like, it really does require, like, an entire night and a day after worth of recovery. So we have to have full weekends to record these, but the chances that we both have the same weekends off,
it's like very statistically improbable.
And what's even worse is because of the fact that I always work like 6 days a week for the most part. I get one full weekend a month for the most part. So, you know, that said, I do plan on trying to go get FMLA.
Don't say this while we're recording. Not that I think you're going to do anything wrong with it, but like
it's literally
anything you say like that's recorded, like they can pull that against you. Like if you're like, I'm going to get FMLA for a very valid reason, they're going to be like, oh, he's getting FMLA
that's what
to do this.
I mean, I'm getting it because of the fact that like I'm sick of literally not being able to have weekends. It's fucking depressing as fuck. Like it legitimately like it's making me unhappy as a person. Like I'm just it sucks. Like it is so depressing. Like and there's sometimes like I'm not even going to use it a lot. Even, like it's probably going to be literally one day a month, and it's that in more of like if the snow is so bad kind of shit. Maybe, but like mostly because like that shit makes me like when I did the on my car when I hydroplaned in October just in the water, let alone like every time I skid on ice, it freaks me the fuck out, dude. Literally ever since then, driving in the winter has been a game changer. Versus, I truly had no fucking problems driving in the winter before that at all.
You're preaching to the choir, man.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing is it's now I have somewhat of an understanding of where you get like weird driving. Yeah. I'm lucky that like now I've driven with you so much that it's so minuscule in the times that you do the reactive things when you drive with me now. But like,
dude, like, and it's.
Well, I tell him again what you did.
I'm glad you understand now because like when we first started hanging out, like. We weren't really friends when it happened to me. I fell asleep driving and I got hit by a drunk driver. When I came back, I swerved to the right to try to avoid hitting him again. I went into a ditch and then flipped my car 7 times, took out a tree. Ever since then, like if it's snowing or if it's dark or I'm tired, I'm like, I don't want to drive. Like, so when we first started being friends, I had a lot of vehicle issues because, you know, I had shitty cars after that. But, like, even then, it's like, oh, it's wintertime. Brandon, you're driving. Like,
oh, dude, like, legit, like, I remember, like, first starting to drive with him, there was a lot of the just... Yeah. Like grabbing the door.
It was a lot worse back then, though, too.
Oh, like, well, it was more closer to the accident. And then it also, like, I remember you literally just told me that happened. Yeah. And also my problem was I guess in a weird way, luckily I'd already kind of had experience.
Sorry, it like wouldn't stay there.
Yeah, I thought I was getting ready to reach over and tighten it, but Ryan has a bit of car sickness, so when I drive, like
I get that too. Yeah,
yeah.
Unless I trust the person driving. Yeah.
Unfortunately, when I was fucking sorry for everyone, audio listeners, he fucking drilled his elbow into the locker.
Wow.
I had I'm a drummer, so like I tap like a motherfucker with my feet all the time. So I had to get a lot better at remembering not to use my right foot, because I used to drive alone a lot, so I wouldn't notice it because I was tapping and it felt natural versus everyone else in the car.
You're in the passenger seat.
Jerk, jerk, jerk. Yeah, basically. So Ryan was like, he gets motion sickness a lot easier. So I would have to stop doing that. So I got a lot better. It worked out for drumming because it made my left foot significantly better. It's actually almost better than my right foot in ways. But I had to stop doing that. So when I started driving with you and I had to worry about like everything.
Yeah,
like because that was like
literally everything.
We would literally like be pulling up to like just a stoplight, and I'd like maybe like slow down, and the guy in front of me did the extra like faster stop than he should have been, and he'd be like, I get it 100%. Again, this was probably only 3 years after this accident, so he's still.
This was around then. I flipped my car right when I moved back. So it was like 2015, right when I started at Wyco. So it was only a few months, maybe a year before we started hanging out. Yeah.
So pretty still, as far as traumatic things go, that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty recent.
But my go-to now, like, because I know it like distracts drivers, like if I have that reaction, and it's 9 times out of 10 involuntary.
I get lucky enough.
What I do a lot now is I just like the dash.
Yeah.
Like I'll like slowly put my hand out like that just to brace. And it's helped me a little because it's like I realize I'm freaking out, but I go slowly with it. Like, you're okay, dude.
See, my worry is, so like you said that, in my very first thought is that like if you do get in an accident, that's just you either getting a fucking hand to the face.
Well, that's why I go slow.
The airbag?
Because if we are actually about to hit somebody, the proper way you brace in an accident is roof, stabilize in the chair. That way, if you do flip, like you're braced like this to where you roll, and you might break an arm or two, but like you're creating a roll cage for your body.
See,
if you're driving, it's this way. Which is why I survived flipping my car 7 times, because the weekend prior to it, I had Humvee roll training.
See, what's funny is like...
Yeah, I should have died.
When I fucking hydroplaned on the highway, I do remember like having listened to like... I don't remember, it might have been podcasts, whatever the fuck it was, but they talked about like... The reason people break their bones is because they get super tense and then it cracks. So I just remember throwing my hands in just kind of like this and relaxing them. And I was just like I'm going to hold them just tight enough that they like, just tight enough that I can keep them in front of my face, but not enough that hopefully like every bone in my body breaks if I nail a fucking tree. Yeah. Which when I did land... I was fucking I was 10 feet in each direction from water and a tree. So it was like the cop that showed up, he's like, "Man, you got real lucky. You like landed right where it was safe." So, I remember that like just, but I do remember also when I finally skidded to a stop laughing to my fucking self, like I really did just fucking throw my arms in front of me and go, "Welp." And this was after I only went one, like half of a turn. As soon as my car went facing the other direction, I was like, well, I got nothing else I can do. Fucking just throw it in front of me. Let's see what happens. I can't. This is God's will now. I don't believe in him, but whatever he decided, fuck it. I guess that's what.
I'm sorry, but right when you went like, yeah, I was just trying to relax, so I just threw my arms up. I pictured like the Muppets, like,
wacky inflatable man, wacky inflatable tube man.
When I hydroplaned, it was weirdly enough, it was after I flipped my car, but like the trauma like disappeared, like my brain shut off when I hydroplaned, and like I was driving the minivan before Ryan's minivan.
Yeah. And
I just full on turned around. I was on 696. Turned around. I'm facing oncoming traffic, and I'm just skidding. And I've got one hand on the steering wheel, the other right here on the center console, and I'm just...
Alrighty.
And I literally parallel parked in between two fucking light poles. And like, as I'm turning around, there's this old ass lady coming up, like slowing down a little with her hazards on, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "Yep." And then I put it in reverse, pulled out, got off the freeway, started driving the rest of the way to work. I'm on 11 Mile, and I'm like, and then everything came back, like brain turned back on, and I'm like, oh, and like,
that was so close.
Like, pulled into a gas station and was like, what the fuck just happened to my mind? Like, probably looked badass as fuck, especially to that old lady, because we made eye contact, and I was just and then parked.
She probably thought you were drunk.
Just kept going. Like, probably thought I was, but like, dude, and then as soon as it all turned back on, I pulled into Detroit Donuts at 11 and Hoover and was just like, like freaking out in the fucking gas station. Like, holy shit. Drove the rest of the way to work and was like, what just happened? Like, freaking out.
Dude, I want donuts now.
I don't like donuts. You know who likes donuts?
Me?
Cops.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
I don't know.
I mean, good one's cool, but I like donuts. I
really like Detroit Donuts because it was right by where I grew up when I moved here. Oh. And like 3 a.m. every night, they would throw out all the stale donuts. So if you went there at 3 a.m., you could just get free donuts. Oh, man. Like a lot. See,
I am, I love like a long and a Claire, essentially a Long John. Yeah. I am a sucker for a Long John, and for a while there was a gas station. There's the gas station in Lake Orion. It's a Dunkin' Donuts Speedway. Yeah. And
they're renovating that, ain't they?
Are they? I don't know.
I thought they were.
They might have been.
Yeah.
They have a lot of liquor.
Oh yeah.
A lot of good liquor. So I almost went. I used to basically stop in there to get gas, and because it was they had donuts. I would get gas, walk in, go get a donut, and then once I got to work, I'd eat it in the car before I even went to work as like a snack.
Yeah.
And I stopped going in there because like there was basically always this kind of like older lady working the morning shift, but like she was always the end of the morning shift before the morning person came in, so she was always like taking forever, and there was just like 2 times that like. It was one of those, like, I literally stood there for 3 minutes, and I was like, look, I only have 5 minutes at max.
Yeah.
If we have started our interaction at 3 minutes, I'll stay for the 5. But, like, I gotta get to work. And so I was just like, all right, I'm done with this lady, unfortunately. Plus, I also don't need to get that many donuts. I was like, I got to the point where I started finding excuses of like, I'm gonna wait to get gas so I can get the donuts in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do that. That's not good.
There's 2 gas stations I want to take you to, which is honestly the main reason I want you to go with me to Kansas eventually.
Yeah.
Because there's this gas station that I used to always go to. It's Casey's.
Okay.
I brought Destiny there when we went down for my grandma's stuff.
Yeah.
Dude. They have donuts all the time. Incredible. You know what else they have?
Yeah.
Chicken. Pizza.
Bro.
And I will tell you, it's so fucking good of food that the town Oswego, really small town, like less than 2,000 people, I want to say.
Yeah.
They have a sub shop, a Pizza Hut, and a Casey's. You know what restaurant is kicking ass? Fucking Casey's.
I mean, that's
like
I'm down.
Phenomenal food. Like literally best pizza I've ever had. Like ever.
I'm down.
Yeah. The other gas station I want to take you to is Buc-ee's.
That's fair. I've heard a lot of good things.
Buc-ee's is fucking so cool.
I finally got to try I want to say a Wawa.
Okay.
When we went to Florida.
I tried a Wawa once. I want to say it was Florida.
Yeah.
So because I went, it was when I came back from basic training for Christmas.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember it was, because we stopped for gas there on the way out. And I finally said, like, I was like, I want to get a snack before we get to the airport and something and drop off the car and all that jazz. So, like, I went in and got a sub at Wawa, and it was good, I will say. I understood the hype. It was fucking very good for, like, going into a place and just getting that. It took a little long time because whoever was there was just, like, apparently not at the kitchen at the time. I was like, fuck, so I had to wait a second, but
yeah,
it was worth it. It was good. Everything bread, you can't, dude, everything bread is impossible to go wrong with.
I can't.
I know.
Yeah, usually dehydrated onion's good, but everything bagels and everything bread, can't do it. There's, it's a BP, off Lapeer Road, right where it connects with 75. There's a BP over there. They have like a side area that has pizza and chicken and stuff. Really fucking
Which
good.
one?
It's a BP.
Yeah, but right before it goes to 75?
Yeah, you know the Summit Place Kia? Like if we're going from your house towards my house,
yeah,
right where the bridge is at, the BP's right there on your left.
Like next to the McDonald's?
A little bit past.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Dude,
don't ever stop in there. I need to.
I stopped there once by accident.
Yeah.
Coming here actually, and I had like a low tire pressure that popped up, so I was like, I'm just gonna pull in here and get some air. And then I walked in to get some change and was like, I smelled the air and was like, oh my god, I'm getting whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Dude, I've gone like 6 times now.
See, there's a gas station right off my work that they have the kitchen counter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
They have like the pizza and Brasco sticks and chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And I get their chicken bacon ranch pizza. It's got red onion on it, but so you can't get it. But like I've gotten a couple things from there, and I'll like. If I'm really hungry after work, I'll stop and if I have to get gas too, I pop in there and get gas. It's dumb.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Like if I have to stop and get gas after
Go get
work.
food.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, I am too. Like I've stopped myself from going into speedways and constantly getting the little fucking what are they? Well.
The tornado things.
Yeah, tornadoes. Yeah, yes, those are the.
They're basically taquitos.
Yeah,
but yeah,
they're speedway taquitos. Yeah. Dude, I'm a sucker for the Monterey Jack cheddar cheese one or cheese one, and then as terrible as it is, the fucking one at Subway, that buffalo chicken stick.
Yeah,
dude, it is definitely not natural. It's disgusting as fuck, but it's so good.
Dude, it's gonna kill us in like 30 years.
At this point, I'm fine with it.
Dude.
Like it's God damn it, I'm hungry.
I'm starving. But
Arby's?
Probably. One of my favorite things to do back when I was living with Destiny is like on the way home, because I was working in New Haven a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and Flint and everywhere else. So it was like, I'm fucking starving on the way home. I got an hour drive. I would stop to get gas. But I would also get like, I'd get a fucking chili cheese dog from like 7-Eleven. I'd get nachos and pizza and shit.
Dude, chili cheese dogs, man, they're so underrated. We need to make that's something we should also do when we do our episodes. Just do like things. Yeah. I mean, I know we talked about doing hot dogs, but that's a whole.
That one's a later episode. That's got to be like a summer.
Research.
Yeah.
That's actually going to take research.
Yeah.
But okay on that. But
are we almost? No, we're only like 36 minutes. I thought you were going to be like, but goodbye, and I was like, bro, it hasn't been that long, has it?
No, not yet. No, unfortunately, I'm just also still terrible at. I'm really bad at managing not drinking all of my drinks before the fucking end of the podcast.
Yeah. See, I've gotten really good at sipping my drinks, but I don't know when to stop.
That's the problem. When they are good cocktails, it's really easy to drink them. So you're just like, oh. Which is, I'm glad, because my one thing that I think with this cocktail that it could use is it could be slightly lighter. So I'm thinking about making an ice disc.
Ooh, yeah.
Just to add a little bit more dilution and flavor.
Pretty damn good.
Just got to figure out which flavor of ice disc. My mind goes to orange. Because I think lemon would be too much. Because there's already lemon in it. And it wouldn't be a lot. It's probably like not even a 1/4 ounce worth of orange. I just don't want it to be only water.
Very diluted lime.
That'd be fun. Okay, it's worth a shot. We can honestly, let's just make some ice discs. I'm trying to think of how the fuck I'd make an ice disc. I mean, I guess I know how. I have those metal cookie cutters that I could probably put to some fucking, I don't know, on a sheet tray and then just make the discs and plop them down, but I only have one.
Actually, yeah, I think that would work because the ice would expand into the disc, so then you would actually be able to chop some off to make it clear.
We'll figure it out, but I think that'd be fun to do, to make this a little, again, like, I don't want to, if I'm going to put something out, I do want to try and make it at least somewhat special, and you have to do something very specific so that you can't, it's not just me copying something. I want to
I made that clear ice when I went home.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to ask you about that. Did you make another set completely?
I made another set and
let it freeze properly.
Yeah, but I didn't cut it into cubes. I cut it into like chunks.
Yeah.
And I posted it to my story. I tagged you and was like, "Yeah, fucking Brandon's got me making clear ice." You know how many people fucking like messaged me on there and they were like, "Holy shit, what the fuck was that?" I was like, "It's clear ice." Like, I had one of my buddies stop by to pick up some stuff from my house. I won't mention what it was on the podcast because it was technically a thing.
Ice.
Yeah. And they were like, "Oh, dude, I'm really thirsty. Do you have anything I can drink?" I was like, "Yeah, of course, man. Like, I got water, Kool-Aid, whatever you want." They're like, "Oh, water's cool." I was like, "All right." And I threw some ice in there and filled it up with water, and they were like,
"Bro,
what?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking clear ice, dude."
It's funny because it really, like, I know, like, obviously when you go to a restaurant and you get it, it does make a difference in your cocktail. Like,
yeah.
It makes you go, ooh, like, that's nice.
It's like cleaner, though, too.
It
because
is.
all the fucking impurities rise to the shit that you cut off.
It's funny because it really does make a different. Now that we have made it at home,
Yeah.
like obviously, we're not gonna cut it the same fucking day we film.
Yeah.
So we can really take our time and really cut it clean.
I
would like to get better at that.
The next time we make it, I have that ice bucket. I think the next time we make it, like, I'm going to do it at home with my mallet and everything. Like, I want to figure out a better way to cube it.
Well, essentially, I think the better way is I need different knives.
Yeah.
I need like one or two more knives that will work, and then also time. I think the main thing I did last time was not let it sit for long enough to temper, and then I could cut it. We were in a time crunch, so I kind of just...
Yeah, we were in a very big time crunch.
As you can see, kind of, the cubes aren't... Well, they're more cubed now because it melted, but they're more oblong rhombuses.
Yeah.
Rhombus?
Trapezoid.
Trapezoids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close enough.
I don't remember what a rhombus is.
I don't either. It's on the sides. Anyways. Yeah. But it really does make a difference in a drink, and it makes it look good, but also...
It looks cool, though, too, man.
Yes. It looks cool. It looks cool, and it also does actually make your drink not taste as bad. It doesn't... The most important thing is because it doesn't have impurities in it, it melts so fucking slow.
Yeah.
That it doesn't dilute your drink that
like,
much.
The ones that I made, like, I literally made like 3 or 4 drinks and still had ice. Like 1 cube, and was just sitting there like, Jesus. Like, usually, like, once the ice is melted, I'm like, okay, no more drinks, time to go to bed. But, like, I was sitting there and I was like, oh,
I can just keep filling it up.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm excited to actually keep doing that, and I also want to start making some fun ices.
Yeah.
Some of the other cocktails already have some in their recipe, and I want to make them even more special. I just, for whatever reason, I just want to make them all dumb custom. Just because I'm like, if I'm going to people can make cocktails on their own, but I'm like, if we're going to do some fun shit, like, for us not being as experienced as we are, if we're going to make them, I do want them to be a little bit of effort and actually good.
That's the same way I see with food. Like,
I'm making these cocktails when I put them out. I'm hoping that the channels I watch and go, okay, I see it. It would work. I want to try it, like this one. This one, like even this one specifically, because it's a variation of something original and actually has legitimate backing to it.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
I'm kind of picturing it where it's like, yeah, these fucking idiots from Michigan just like, they did this thing and it's really fucking good.
Like, it'd be fun to like, I would love to like randomly partner up with fucking like Anders Ericsson, because he's in Chicago. It's a fucking drive for us. Like, bro, we'll just drive in real quick. Yeah. That's no problem.
We'll get a fucking hotel and an Uber, and like we'll fucking
dude,
let's go.
I would flip my shit to like just get together and drink and make cocktails with him overnight. I bet, bro, I'll just like, let's just go.
Yeah.
I bet also, like, I mean, if you want to test some cocktails out on us and film us trying them, please. We would love that more than anything. Just let us be your testers. We'll drink all of your cocktails.
2 drunk taste testing.
Dude, yeah, I'd be like, Anders Ericsson with 2 drunk, and we're just like, hi, guys. I swear we didn't get here like this, but we got here and got like this.
We're fucking blasted after a couple hours, but we're like, yeah, actually, I like the notes that are in there, but if you switch it from that to that, it'd be a lot better. Like, we're actually giving like good advice.
My thing at this point now, when I think about cocktails, is I want to do like it's just, I want to try as much shit as far as ingredients as possible, so I can really start to like, okay, when I think, all right, I want to try this, expand my library and make a better dictionary. and I need to act. Dick.
Yeah. you said that with a hard K.
Yeah.
Dictionary.
So many dicks. Anyway, sorry guys. Anyway, I want to try to fucking just expand my library, make it better, make it easier, and then start coming up with. I guess to me the better questions that I would have for other bartenders and stuff is like, what are good infusions? Like what? I guess like what are the ingredients? What makes you think of an infusion? Like what makes you think I want to go tea with an infusion versus a juice or what?
Yeah.
Where does that scientific method come down to? Because like.
See, that's kind of what I like about you and I. Like,
we're just fucking with it.
Yeah, well, but also like you're getting more. You're getting more methodical with things.
Yeah.
Whereas I've always been this way, but I'm getting. I want to say worse.
Well,
I go with the flow of things more. Like you don't watch a lot of anime, but there's Shingeki no Kyojin. Wait, no, that might be Attack on Titan. Food Wars.
Yeah.
The main character in it, he's a phenomenal cook.
Yeah.
Right. He's grown up in a shitty family diner. His dad's actually apparently like Gordon Ramsay times a billion. Basically, but like doesn't show it. So he's a really good cook, and everybody that eats his food is like, holy shit, this is amazing. Like the anime, literally they take a bite of really good food and they fucking come. Literal orgasms. But,
put it on and don't tell anyone what it is.
Yeah. Turn the volume way up.
All the way up.
Yeah. But
fuck your eardrums.
The way the main character cooks is like, he's a really good cook.
Yeah.
Like he makes really good shit. You and I both do that. We know the shit. We make really good shit.
Yeah.
I've had a dude say that like if he was gay, he'd date me just off of steak I made for him. Like the way he worded it was like, bro. I feel that. Yeah. But I also make weird shit because I'm like, I wonder, it might be good.
See, with food, I'm still that way.
Yeah.
It's just cocktails is kind of like baking. You kind of can't. In certain ways you can, but with the drinks I'm making, you can't.
Yeah, which is why I like our dynamic because I'm the same way we cook, I'm that way with cocktails. And they usually come out good.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
No.
I'm just like, this goes good with that, might go good with that, try it.
Yeah. No, you're very good at just throwing together shit. Like what's available to you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting better at that now that I actually am knowing shit. It's just more of like.
But your way, the way that I like your way, with it being
methodical.
Yeah. That word. The way that I like your way is you're getting to like that master class level, like to where like you've experienced so much shit to where like. With me going with the flow and just being like, I know that taste, put it together, like, you can do the same thing, but make the same drink that I make, but at a higher level.
Yeah.
Like,
that makes sense. I guess to me, I'm just more of like, I'm the guy that's going to work with the more specified ingredients and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to
like you have the actual technical know-how, and I'm just like a guy who's drank a lot of things. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, and honestly, that's probably a lot of it too. Is like just the lack of things that I've drank across my life versus the amount of things you've drank.
Actually, yeah, comparatively, because
I didn't start drinking until I was like 22. Like, I drank beers and then, like, did shots of cheap liquor sometimes, rarely. I never drank until I was, like, 22 years old.
I will say
when I met you, basically.
Legally and officially, I didn't start drinking until I was also 22. But when I was 22, I had 3 years drinking experience from people who had been to Germany and Japan and Korea and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I actually think maybe I am a little methodical with it, but it's like, it's a little subconscious. And I think that's where you're getting as well too. Like, but you have more of the technical practice.
Yeah.
Like, whereas mine was like the party vibes, where it was like, I know this will go good with that, and that will go good with that, because I've drank this random fucking liquor from India that's no one has ever heard of, just because I had a dude who lived in the barracks who was from that city that it's made at, you know. But I don't have the know-how of, like, you know, I don't know how many ounces match up with what ounces. It's all feel, where I'm like, this is a really strong liquor, I'm going to pour that much in and then cut it with that, you know?
Yeah, no, at this point, yeah, I'm just kind of like, when I'm trying the shit, I'm kind of just like, all right, a lot of the time I'm looking at, like, what is a general version of a cocktail, and how do I just change all the ingredients, kind of a thing. Or, I mean, what will be interesting is when I really start coming up with, like, truly original cocktails. Because so far I've only come up with, like, you know, I've been doing, like, alternate variations of stuff so far. Which, I mean, at this point is almost impossible to not do that.
I was going to say, even with, like, from an artistic standpoint, like, there's nothing original anymore.
True.
Like,
very true.
What you make is, someone probably made it fucking 70 years ago, you know, but like, you came up with the idea, you made it yourself. Like, even if you find out like a year or two that somebody made this fucking drink in the 20s,
right?
Yeah, you came up with it. It's an original of yours. Someone made it though.
That is kind of the thing, is most of the time, like, every single drink I have made and am making, I kind of just put them together with the somewhat knowledge. Like this one I did put together with, like, I looked up the ingredients of both of those drinks and was like, what do I have, and put this together. Yeah. Out of thought. Or I thought about, whatever way I came up with that. But a lot of them too, same way. Like, I'm just trying to think of, like, how do I do something and make it completely specific and fun that doesn't taste like shit. Yeah. You know,
I mean, even the Buffalo Bomb.
Yeah.
That's so original for us. But I fucking guarantee some frat bro somewhere was like, what if I put pre-workout in it? You know,
well, that's, like, again, that's different, but it's also like what the specific things you chose to put in it. Yeah. You know, like when we do that, you know, that'll be fun.
Like, but long story short, I'm proud of the shit you're doing.
Thank you.
Like, you're coming a fucking long way with it, man. Like,
well, doing these generally 2 days a week and hanging out, like, it really forced me to be like, all right, we got to do some different shit, because we're not going to drink the same fucking cocktail
every single time. Yeah,
every single time. And it forced me to, well, for good or worse, buy a fuckload of different whiskeys so I can make all kinds of different old fashions, so we can really be like, all right, what kinds do we like? You know, I'd say we both generally lean towards sweeter, smokier.
Yeah.
But not, you know, but generally somewhat strong.
Yeah.
So it works out that we both kind of have a general same palate as far as drinks go, because otherwise it'd be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But I also really love when I do something like this, where I make a trial cocktail and a safe bet, you know?
Yeah. I agree.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. It's because I was telling that to people too. I was like, I might have said this already before, but I'm getting to that point where, like, I almost feel like I'm an alcoholic, because I'm thinking about all kinds of drinks all the time. But it's not because I want to drink. It's because I want to try new flavors.
Yeah, it's because you want to make something. Man.
Yeah, I want to make something fun. It's fun to do this. And, like, if I could just make these drinks and just have someone be like, all right, you drink this one, you drink this one, and you drink this one. I just want to try them. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, that's the one I like, and make myself one.
Yeah.
Because I am going to enjoy the drink. But, you know.
That's
I just can't have 4.
That's another reason why I'm excited for the whole roommate thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know I'm going to have, like, extra money. So I'm going to start doing this as well, too.
I'm
like,
down.
I know that the roommate I have in mind likes to drink. So I know I'm going to be, like, sitting there randomly at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday and be like, hey, taste this.
Like, okay, so, like,
I don't have to be the one to drink it.
I am excited to. I need to actually. I don't know who to actually give that survey. You know what? I fucking
give it to them.
It's gonna be you. No, it's you
or me. Yeah, I'm bad at those though, dude.
Well, here's the thing: is I like. Other than Melissa's cocktail, I feel like yours is the other first cocktail I need to work on as a personalized, like, this is your cocktail, personal cocktail that I want to do. But that's the thing too, is it's like I need to really figure out how that survey works.
Don't give me the survey.
Not yet?
For me.
Okay.
For everybody else, yes. But going back to my vibe of just winging it, take me down to the bar and be like, these are the ingredients that I have. And just let me pick shit.
See, that's, in a weird way, it's the entire opposite of the idea I have behind it.
I know, but that survey won't work for me.
See, at this point, I almost, like, I wouldn't even really ask you a survey. I would just ask you questions in general as I'm trying to think about it.
That would probably work better. Like,
a
survey though, it won't work for me.
No, I want, again, like I said, every single cocktail is going to have a them specific ingredient and something that makes it super special, that it is only for them, and very unlikely that someone else has created it, or it's only been done once or twice. It's probably not in a book.
Yeah.
Because it's to this person's tastes. You know, and that's going to be the challenging thing for me, is making and tasting a cocktail that isn't to my tastes. So I got to be like, that's why I want the survey.
Yeah.
So I can be like, okay, does it at least kind of follow the tasting notes that they have down here? So when I make it and then let them try it when I make it again, will they actually like it that time? That's what's going to be the fun part. Because then if they try it and it sucks, I'm like, cool, I don't know what I'm doing.
or it's somebody like me who doesn't fucking know their taste. Like, for me, like, you ask me something like, oh, do you like smoky or sweet? And be like, yeah. Like, I guess, you know, like,
to me, it's literally like, okay, like, the most important thing is like, okay, what's your favorite spirit? Like,
yeah.
What drink do you tend to go towards? What flavors do you tend to go towards as far as drinks go? And then, like, do you want it strong or do you want it light? That is pretty much, like, at the very least, the 3 most important things I would need to know to, like, kind of start making a drink. After that, it just is like me trying to get specific, so it's like your favorite drink. I'm trying to make your favorite drink. That's impossible to have anywhere else.
For me, I'm not even going to take the survey. I'm going to give you a vibe. Okay?
Okay.
A vibe in 3 words. Rye whiskey, creamsicle.
Is there a dash in creamsicle? Because otherwise it's 4 words.
I always spell creamsicle as it's the same. 1. Yeah.
Rye whiskey creamsicle. Okay. Extra challenging because I don't like creamsicles.
I know. I fucking love them.
I'll do it. I'll figure that out. I'm writing that down now so I don't forget it.
Yeah. No survey. That's it. If you can figure out what the fuck I mean by that, you are truly my best friend.
Rye, whiskey, creamsicle. There we go. We'll figure that out. But
also, Remy Martin 1738. Well, that's my shit, dude.
I do actually need to go buy it and try it because I've never had it.
I thought we drank it together.
No.
You're shitting me.
No, we have not.
No, we did.
When?
At your old house.
That bottle?
I don't know if it was this bottle.
I would say I don't think so because you always just brought that. I don't remember ever having.
But I know I brought a small, like a fifth of it, and was like, Brandon, try this. I drank it with my dad all the time. It was before you met my dad, I believe.
Okay, we might have, but we might have already been drinking at that point. I think we were already
drunk at that point.
It was
because we were already drunk. We poured it in the bubble shot glasses for your Jaeger bombs.
Yeah. So we.
So technically, you've never had it.
I would say I've never actually really had it. So I need to try it so I can really actually be like, okay, so like, good. Well, because here's the thing too is it's like, will the actual fucking flavors of Remy even go with a creamsicle?
No, maybe. But for me, Remy, like, don't put Remy in a cocktail for me. Remy is like, give me some ice, put it in a cup, maybe a little orange zest.
See, the one thing I have is like, what's weird is like, when it comes to like, I've listened to people talk about like saving expensive whiskeys for special occasions.
Mm.
And they're basically like, don't. The special occasion is the occasion you choose to drink it. That's what makes it special. So there's the part of me that's like, well, if you're just going to drink it for that, like, I also, like, I get the idea that it is kind of blasphemy to take, like, expensive whiskey and make a cocktail out of it. But the way I look at it is 90% of the time, if I have an expensive, liquor that I've bought, the first time I drink it, it will be straight up or just straight up on ice. Because I need to taste it and appreciate it for what it is. But after that, I've tried it. I know what it tastes like. So I want to try and find the different ways of appreciating that liquor.
Yeah.
You like putting it in a drink, trying it this way. Because after a certain point, it's like, a $60 whiskey is a $60 whiskey. It's not crazy expensive, but that's nice enough that most people feel weird about just dumping it in a drink.
Yeah. I don't consider it like blasphemy, but for me, like, if we were sitting here talking and like we were literally going to hang out all night and just kind of vibe like this, like not really do anything crazy, that's like my go-to drink. Give me Remy, some ice, I'm going to sip on it.
Yeah.
Probably take an hour each glass so I'm not like blitzed, But like,
it's true sipping.
Yeah. It's like, it's less that I consider it blasphemy and just more of like, that's my preferred way to drink it. Like, I only drink this when I'm with my dad.
Fair.
Like,
see,
literally because we're sitting like this, we're hanging out. I'm usually either he comes over to my house or I go over to his house, and I'm probably staying the night there. So like,
I gotta make a drink for your dad and your mom. I'm gonna make them fill out that survey before I go up there, and I'm just gonna show up with a giant bag of shit, and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, get your cocktails.
Literally, you just have Ziploc bags of whiskey. Like, let's go.
I'm probably gonna show up with 2 different bottles with some kind of crazy ass infusion, and like a bottle of obviously with your dad, it's gonna be probably Remy more than likely, and your mom probably Bullet, right?
She does like Bullet. Yeah.
She said that was her favorite whiskey. Yeah. That's the one thing I do remember.
Yeah.
So I'm like, other than that, like, if she likes other stuff, I'll be like, well, whatever. You fill it out, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But that'd be fun. I need to do that. We should end the episode soon, so.
Oh, wow.
Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great week.
Yeah, it's Monday.
It's Monday. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.